Hey Aleph class, it's Miss Michal here, and today we're going to learn about my favorite city, actually one of my favorite cities in the entire world, but definitely my favorite country. So remember we spoke about cities and countries, like Gainesville is a city in the United States. So Tel Aviv is a city in the state of Israel, in the country of Israel, and it's really the most beautiful place I think in the world. And I'm so excited to share with you guys about what Tel Aviv is like and all these interesting facts about Tel Aviv. So let's get started. So, first of all, I think you all should know that Tel Aviv is known in the entire world for being one of the best cities. And one of the biggest factors of this is because of the fact that they have the most beautiful beaches that most people have ever seen in their lives. So at the beaches, people sit there and they lay down and they eat ice cream and they play matkot, which is this traditional Israeli game where people have these rackets and they hit balls across the beach and they swim, and it's really just a really fun time. A lot of people usually do this on like Friday afternoon because in Israel, most people have Friday off, kind of like how we have Sunday off. So a lot of times if you go to Israel, you'll see Friday afternoon people playing matzkots and other games and eating ice cream and hanging under their umbrellas and really just enjoying their time at the beach. So here's a picture of what that kind of looks like so you guys can get an understanding of that. And here's some of what like an ice cream truck in Israel looks like. Over here you see it says artik, which is like an icy in Hebrew, and glida is ice cream. So here's the game of matkot. It's kind of like rackets and like a ping pong ball, but a lot of people will stand in the water here or even stand on the beaches and play back and forth, and it's really just an amazing time. And here you can see people at the beautiful beaches, and it's really the best. So another reason that Tel Aviv is very well known is because it's the city that never sleeps. What does that mean? So there's a couple reasons why Tel Aviv doesn't sleep. The first one is business. Huge offices like Microsoft and Google have buildings there. So these are examples of some of the amazing skyscrapers just in Tel Aviv. They're really beautiful. Israel is also known for being a world leader in technology and so many other industries. So here are let's look at some of the inventions that they created, Israeli tech scientists created in Israel that really changed the world. So the first one is called PillCam. Basically, it's a camera the size of a pill that will swallow and transmit a video from your organs so it can go all the way down through your stomach. And then in your stomach, it'll record your different organs moving around. And basically, you can see if there's a problem with one of your organs, if they're not functioning properly. And it's really an amazing thing that has changed the way doctors practice medicine. It's amazing. So another thing we Israelis invented, which I actually use every single day, is a GPS app. I'm sure all of your parents have this to find out like how to get places if they don't know. Basically, it uses information from other drivers around you, and it updates you every time if there's an accident or if there's a police on the way, if there's traffic, anything, it tells you right away, and it updates it live. So as other drivers update it, you can get feedback on what's going on the road and the road ahead of you. It's really, really amazing and the best GPS app I've ever used. I love it. So another thing Israel has used is drip irrigation. So they're known for this system that they use to water plants, and it has almost zero waste, and it drips water directly onto the plants instead of spraying the entire ground. So if they used to spray the entire ground, and once they learned that that's wasting so much of their water, they decided to change things up a bit and really just work on spraying the plants. This took many years of planning and figuring out, but now hundreds of countries across the world actually use this system, and it's really amazing. It's helped a lot of farmers save water, and it's incredible. I've seen other countries use it. It's really cool. So another invention that Israel can take full responsibility for is the USB thumb drive, which I'm sure you guys have seen before. It's basically a tiny storage device the size of like one of your fingers, even less. It's smaller than your thumb, and it's used to store pictures, movies, documents, data, schoolwork, anything else that you can imagine on your computer. You can just put it into your computer, save it on the drive, and then delete it from your computer so your computer can be completely clear. And it really works amazingly for pictures and stuff when you want to, like, let's say you go on a family trip and you want to save all your pictures on a thumb drive. This is a great place to go. So one more reason that Tel Aviv never sleeps is because of all the amazing nightlife that they have in Tel Aviv. So Tel Aviv is home to some of the best dancing and music in the whole world. They have a whole night called Lilah Levan, which I've actually been to multiple times, where basically it's in the end of June, it's the last week of June, and you stay up all night. You have parades, concerts, dances in the middle of the street. One year I went and we had a silent disco party, so everyone at this party was wearing headphones, and the music was only heard through the headphones. So if you would take your headphones off, you wouldn't actually hear any music. You would just hear people dancing and singing to the music, but none of it was actually outside. It was really only in our headphones. So it was really amazing to see a bunch of thousands of people come together dancing, and essentially there's no music outside, so it's really cool. And Lilah Levan's fun. People stay up till like 7 in the morning. It's really fun. So remember, Tel Aviv never sleeps, and there's just so much to do, whether it's work, play. Tel Aviv takes everything they do very seriously, and they do the very best. So here's a beautiful picture of Tel Aviv, and now I'm just going to go back and see if you guys remember some of the things we learned about Tel Aviv. So let's start from the beginning. We learned about Tel Aviv's beaches. So we learned that they play a special game called... I'll give you guys a couple seconds. Okay. Okay, so the special game is called Matkot. And basically it's the racket game where they're swinging the ball back and forth in the beach. Other things people do is they just relax in the sun like most people do. They eat ice cream, and this usually happens on what day of the week? I hope you guessed it right. It usually happens on Friday afternoon, when people are relaxing, and it's kind of like the Israeli Sunday. So Tel Aviv is also known for 4 amazing inventions. The PillCam, which goes down all the way into your stomach and watches everything that's going on in your body and can really check on all your organs and make sure they're working properly. And then we have Waze, which helps direct people and updates things that are going on in traffic in real time, and it's amazing. I've seen almost every single one of my friends has Waze. It's really amazing. And then we have drip irrigation, which is the system where they only wet the plants and they don't waste water. I've seen many countries use this, and it's really changed the world of agriculture. And then last but not least, we have the USB thumb drive, which is basically the size less than your thumb, and you can just stick it into computer, save all the information you want on it, and delete it off your computer. And it's really helpful for all technology, and it's also changed the world of technology. And the last thing we learned about in Tel Aviv is Lilah Levan, which is when everyone stays up and dances all night and listens to concerts and music. And the way you can remember Lilah Levan, Lilah means night and Levan means white, so it's the white night. And at the white night, every single person in Tel Aviv that you see will be completely wearing all white. Like, they wear white sunglasses and white shoes and white jeans and white tank top. Even though it's 1,000,000 degrees in the summer, people still wear white jeans. And Israelis really do have the time of their lives on Lilah Levan. And so that's what we know about Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is so much fun, and I'm so happy I got to share about one of my favorite cities with you guys, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this.